just as attractive. I thought I would, I feel like in a lot of the vlogs so far, it's been more of like a sit down and catch up, which is fine because vlogs means video logging, doesn't it? And that's what I've been doing pretty much. But today I've got some stuff to do. I am 27 weeks pregnant today, so next week will be my last week of trimester 2 and we will go into trimester 3. Today I have a hospital appointment with cardiology, so I'm going to have a wee chat with them, and I'm also going to head over to IKEA because I think that we like a cot from IKEA. We weren't sold. We went to like fancy baby shops. I think maybe I already mentioned this. We went to some fancy baby shops and weren't that thrilled. Like, they're very expensive, and for what they are, I was like, I don't like them. Alan didn't like them either. So the one we really liked, the one we liked the look of aesthetically, and the one that seemed to do the job of a cot, it was from IKEA, so I think that's what we're going to go with. I might pop into B&M as well, so that would be exciting, right? Because again, there's a massive B&M over next to where my hospital is. So that's what my plan is. In the morning when I get up, oh, this light is going to be super flattering. In the morning when I get up, at the moment, what I take is nifedipine, which is for my blood pressure. This here is folic acid. Now, I think a lot of ladies get put on folic acid kind of once they're pregnant. I've been on this for ages because I was on pre-pregnancy list, so I was on this like months before I even fell pregnant. And actually the other tablet that I've got at my bedside is my aspirin, but I don't usually take that till the evening. I take my folic acid and my nifedipine in the morning, and then I take a nifedipine at night and my aspirin at night. I'm on aspirin because I'm a high risk pregnancy. That's because of my diabetes, my high blood pressure. That's 2 risk factors, and I think because of my heart as well. It's something like if you've got 2 or more, or is it 3 or more risk factors? I don't know. Anyway, they put me on aspirin. Lots of people get put on it. I also have my pregnancy vitamins by my bedside. At this stage, I'm really struggling to remember to take them. I think I need to move them out of this room and somewhere where I'm going to take them with a meal, because I just keep forgetting to take them. Whereas it's just became a habit to take my, I always took my nifedipine anyway, and then to add in the folic acid and that I was having for months before I was pregnant, and the aspirin was the new thing in pregnancy. It's not been that difficult to just have it by the bedside, do you know what I mean? So I just keep forgetting to take the pregnancy vitamins. Although at the start of the pregnancy I was struggling so much with eating. That was like, oh, I need to get these into me because I'm not eating enough. Whereas now I feel a bit like I'm eating a lot better and a lot more like fruit and veg and stuff like that. So I'm hoping that it doesn't matter if I miss a day or 2 here or there. But I have been forgetting to take them. I need to move them out of here. I suppose as well we could do a little bump check-in as well for the end of trimester 2. So I will show you just now, and it is first thing in the morning as well to remember, because by the evening the shape of me changes completely. Maybe I could show you an evening one as well at some point. I'll see if I remember that. This is how dark it is in Scotland at 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm saying first thing in the morning, it's actually 10 o'clock, and this is how dark it is. These are my pyjamas. Jazzy pyjamas. I think it is so much more noticeable now from the front, even in my pyjamas, because there's just this shape now, isn't there? Just here. Hold on, I'm gonna actually pull this down so that it's like over my hips, and then you'll see better from the side and things like that. So that's me from the front. Again, I don't think there's too much change like here. I think I am definitely wider. Like, I have felt that I've got wider, but overall I don't feel there's too much change. And then when I turn to the side, there's a definite like marked out bump now. Like, I can't, there's no way I can suck that in. That is just there. And as I say, I've just woke up, that's what I mean. I've just had my breakfast. So as the day goes on and I eat a little bit more and I relax a little bit more, like I said before, it does start to get really like that. And that's me pushing my belly out. But that is me at 27 weeks this morning, because at night, oh, my hips are killing me. As you may be seeing, I've got one of these pillows It's not a fancy pillow, it's just someone off Amazon. If I can find the link, I'll put it down below. I'll probably talk about it in the roundup of this trimester as well. I have found using really quite firm, stuffed up normal pillows between my legs helps a lot. Making sure like I'm well propped up, because it's almost like when I lie on my side and my hips are stacked, that really hurts. So I need to split my legs like scissors almost. And then so I need to know that one of my knees is raised up a bit, otherwise again it really hurts. That's what's been bothering me. This pregnancy pillow, I usually sleep with it down the front of me, like a bit under my head, like I tuck, so I'll show you. I tuck a bit of it under my head like that and like sleep, and then the rest just comes down my body over my bump, and then a little bit at the bottom kind of goes between my legs, but I still need something between the knees. I found that quite useful as well for helping me sit up straight on the couch, because I find when I'm on the couch, like, you slump a lot, and it's not that that does any like problem. Like, if you want to lie and be comfy on your couch, do it, but I found the more slumped I am before I go to bed and things, the much more painful my night is with my hips. So I'm trying to make sure like I'm sitting up straight if I'm eating, watching the telly and stuff, and then at night that means when I go to bed I sleep a little bit better. So fingers crossed that doesn't get any worse, because it's not even that like I'm not having to take strong painkillers or anything. I take the odd paracetamol and not nightly at the moment, so it's not too bad, but also it's a bit like I wake a lot because of the discomfort. It's not because of the pain. I can't get to sleep, it's an agonizing pain. It's like I doze off to sleep and then I get awoken because my hips are sore and I have to change position, and then it settles, and then I'll fall asleep again, and then it wakes me up again because I'm uncomfortable, and then I have to get settled again. So that's the problem at the moment, but otherwise I'm okay, I'm good. Little bear kicks away all the time now, very active actually. It's quite funny actually, because if they start kicking on my stomach and I pat that part of my stomach, I mean, I'm not saying like prod your stomach or anything, but just give them a little pat, they kick back as well. It's the weirdest thing. They done it with Alan as well. Like, Alan obviously has a wee feel of the bump and stuff, and if he feels them kicking, he'll go, oh hello, and he'll pat the belly, and then they'll kick back, and he's like, oh my god, like, hello, like, how are you? So that's really nice, that's really sweet. So anyway, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna go get myself sorted, head over to the hospital. I don't think cardiology will have too much to tell me today, but probably the results of my MRI that I had done back in December. I'm hoping that the results were okay, because they haven't contacted me before then, and they kind of said that would be the situation. If there was anything they needed to let me know, they would let me know sooner. They look at things like my blood pressure and how swollen maybe my ankles are, looking for preeclampsia and stuff like that. At the moment, as I say, I'm on nifedipine. I take 10 in the morning and 10 at night, and that's what I was on pre-pregnancy. That was a long-standing thing. I was on antihypertension medication since I've been about 22, so that is not new for me, but they changed the type of medication before I got pregnant. That was the only thing that was changed. I've made myself another cup of decaf coffee, because I like to have a couple in the morning. It's just habit, it's just habit. I just like have one with my breakfast, and then I like to have 11s. So I've had that. I've brought my pregnancy hormones through the living room, so I remember to take them when I'm eating my dinner or something like that, because at the moment we actually like sit and eat our dinner on we're like the Simpsons, we sit and eat our dinner on our knee. I have said to Alan, because the reason we were in IKEA and we seen the cot, blah blah blah, was we went to see about getting a new kitchen fitted, which we would ideally like done before April when little Beta arrives, but we'll see how that goes. And I said to him, like, I want to start eating meals at a table, because that's how I was brought up, and you always kind of sat down to a meal together and had a chat, and then finished your meal and then watched the telly. Obviously over the years, yeah, there was nights where we sat and watched the telly and ate our dinner in front of the telly, but as a general rule of thumb, like when I was younger, we sat and ate at a table, and I would like to be able to do the same thing. So we're gonna maybe start doing that. And Alan was like, well, we'll need to get a television in the kitchen, and I was like, okay. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see how it goes. But I've done all that. I'm now thinking there's a couple other things I need to get done that I probably won't fit in a workout this morning. I'm actually going to link up here the person who I've been going to for kind of pre-pregnancy, post-pregnancy, during pregnancy, blah 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 workouts. It's really, really good. It's a great channel, and I think she is maybe like a trainer slash dietitian as well, like registered, educated in the subject, let's say that. And I think she's particularly educated in the specialist area of gestational diabetes, which I found really interesting. So that's who I've been following and kind of looking to for exercises when and if I have felt up to it. So I got this from Scribble and Dot. It's really, really nice. It's lovely. Sorry, that's the cat going mental. It's really, really nice. So I have my car insurance to sort today. My MOT is tomorrow. I've got a really busy week this week. Wednesday I am, what do I have to do on Wednesday? I have something to do on Wednesday. I have an appointment. Oh, I'm going to go over to Ola Pip candles that I've spoke about before. I'm going to go over to their market actually in the morning because I want to pick up a little present for someone. So I'm going to do that in the morning. And then Thursday is my birthday, but I don't have anything planned. And Friday, my mum is coming with her partner, Michael, to take me and Alan out to dinner because me and Alan's birthdays are very close together. So we're going to go out for dinner on Friday night. Saturday, my friend is coming over. We're going to hang out on Saturday. It's quite a busy week actually. So I need to sort out my car insurance and stuff like that. I need to sit on the computer, do all that stuff just now, finish this cuppa. And then as I say, it's nearly 11. By the time I get a shower and get ready, it will almost be time to head over to the hospital because I like to be there, you know, so I'm not going to be late. And my appointment's at 1 o'clock. Hi, so I'm in the hospital car park. I've just came out of the hospital. I feel I look very flush of face. I'm just going to sit and do my makeup and give you an update while I'm doing my makeup because I put a little tinted moisturiser on before I left the house today, but I didn't put any kind of effort into my makeup. But as I said, I'm now going to go IKEA and B&M very quickly. The only reason I'm going to IKEA is to see if they have the cots in place, and if they do, I don't think I'm going to be able to pick it up anyway. So like, you know, it'll be like 3 or 4 boxes. Maybe I'll get it delivered. I don't know. We'll see, we'll see. But then I'm going to go to B&M's and see what they have as well, just for a bit of a nosy. And then I've got to meet my friend for a coffee. So I am going to rejig my face a bit. As I say, I just had a bit of tinted moisturiser on. So I've got a wee bag full of tricks here that I am now, oh sorry, going to put on my face. I really should use the mirror rather than the camera for this, but bugger it. So cardiology today are very happy with me, which is good, and I kind of had the feeling that they were going to say everything was fine. I've not put anything on this, by the way. I'm just using the excess that was on it already because I don't want to be covered in foundation or anything today. I can't be bothered. Yeah, so they're really, really happy with me. I kind of thought that was going to be the case. Blood pressure is ticking along nicely on the medication I'm already on, so they've not had to change any of that yet. It's all going quite well. Listening to baby's heartbeat today as well, that's really strong. They're really happy with that. I got another echo. So I think if you go to cardiology clinic, you must get like an echo routinely every time you go. So I had one of them again, and the last time I'd had one was when I'd seen them at the end of November. So they have said that they don't feel they need to do any more like that, unless there was obviously any significant changes, if my blood pressure jumped up or if I was getting chest pain or breathlessness on minimal exertion and stuff like that. So at the moment, they basically don't think they need to see me back during pregnancy. It'll probably be, she said, May or June time they might see me back again, but they don't think at the moment, if everything keeps going the way it is, that I will need to see them during pregnancy. But what they have said is, because whenever I go to the clinics, I see diabetes team and an obstetrician, and for instance today I see a cardiologist and an obstetrician. So they're both there whenever I go to the clinics. And what the cardiologist has said to the obstetrician, and they are both in agreement with each other, is if I choose a natural birth instead of C-section, and I've said to them I'm not one way or another. I'm very much at your beck and call. I am listening to your expert advice. But they said if I want to do a natural birth, then I will only be allowed to push for 60 minutes. That's like once you're in full labour, not like, you know, 60 minutes of contractions or what have you, unless something was to change. 60 minutes, that's what they've gave me. Which, realistically, at this point, I'm like, okay, fine. I personally don't know. My only experience of labour is from what I've seen on TV shows and like One Born Every Minute and that kind of thing. Obviously, I've got friends who've had babies as well, and a lot of them are like, oh God, you know, it was a slog, it was this, it was that. I don't know how many women successfully push out a baby in an hour. I'm going to be honest with you. That's pure ignorance. That's not me doubting that people do. I just genuinely don't. Like, is it a big percentage of women that do that? I don't know. So there's also part of me that's a bit like, I think if I'd said to them today, look, I just want a C-section, they'd have been agreeable to it. But I've just left it open at the moment because I'm a bit like, do I want to put myself through the lead up to natural labour and all that kind of stuff, the pain relief, the hard work, the what do you call it, the contractions that potentially could go on for maybe 2 days, you don't know, like, do I want to put myself through all of that to then only be given an hour to push a baby out? I don't know. It's just like purely, I'm just speaking my mind here because I genuinely am a bit like, would I be better just saying to them, can I get a C-section? But the reason I've not made that decision is because I think that diabetes and the obstetricians will kind of come to that conclusion or make that decision as the growth scans go along, because at the moment, as I've already told you, baby is a little bit on the big side and I'm only 27 weeks today. So at 29 weeks they will see me again for another scan. That is when I'm due to go in. I think if I get to 34, 35 weeks and baby's looking, you know, 8 to 9 pounds, they're going to be like, let's just get them out of there. I don't think they'll let me go any longer, if I'm honest. Will they induce me? That is the question. And I think that's where I could maybe say, look, if you're going to induce me, just take me to the theatre. Don't fucking say to me, alright, we're going to induce you, leave you for a couple of days struggling on, and then you get an hour to do it and I'm not able to do it, and then they're going to take me to theatre to get a section anyway. So that's my thoughts and feelings on the subjects at the moment. But cardiology overall are happy with my heart. It's looking good. The repairs that have been done are looking good, and the, what do you call it, blood pressure side of things is looking good. Now I'm going to stop talking because I'm going to put a little liquid liner on. Bougie. There we go, little liquid liner on to make myself feel fancy. Do you know what, I've pulled this out my drawer. I've had this for ages. I bought it years ago and then bought a backup of it because I really enjoyed it that much. It's from Revolution, and I said, I don't know, it would be back in January, whenever you're watching this, I don't fucking know. This is what I put on my eyes in one of my Instagram stories, and could I remember the name of this? It's the Renaissance eyeliner from Revolution, and they do still stock it. So if you want good black liner that stays on, goes on, like you don't have to keep going over the top of it, it's really, really nice stuff from Revolution. I spoke about it years ago. It might have been in a favourites years ago, but it's been about for a while. And I'm now going to put on a little mascara. Oh, do you know what else as well? So I got an echo done today. I might have already said that, sorry. Got an echo done today, and the funny thing was, the way they have to sit me for an echo is like you're pretty much naked from the waist up. They might put a gown on you. I don't care. The amount of times I've been in and out of hospital in my whole life now, see if somebody needs to see part of me, I just strip. I just strip because I'm like, look, I have been poked and prodded since I was about 7 years old. Loads of different people and doctors and what have you, so I have no shame when it comes to stripping off. So basically, you strip to the waist, or have a gown on, whatever. And I have to lie on my left hand side, and that was pre-pregnancy. If I ever had an echo, that was always the same. So I lie on my left hand side, and they have to reach over you, because obviously your heart's on this side, they reach over you to do the echo, because you need to be lying a certain way for them to get certain pictures of your heart. And the female, it was a female sonographer today that was doing it, was reaching over me, and obviously now they have to reach over my bump a little bit as well. And baby was kicking her, and she's like, oh, I'm really sorry, little one. So little bear was letting us know that they were there. The midwife today was absolutely lovely as well. In general, all the midwives have been really nice, but as I say, I don't have my own personal midwife yet because I see the consultants. I just see whatever midwife's on shift in the clinic that day. But the one that I seen today was lovely. This might sound a little bit mean, and I do work in the health service, but I find that sometimes the older midwives are a little less, I don't know, I want to say realistic, but I think it's one of these things, they maybe just know how they do things and they're used to doing them a certain way. I've seen it in nursing as well. It's not like it's a new thing. Maybe by the time I'm 60, I'll be one of those nurses. Hopefully not, but it's just one of those things. Whereas I think the younger ones, I don't know if it's just like more up-to-date knowledge or what have you, or they just don't feel like it's something they need to broach. Like, they don't bring up stuff that I'm a bit like, why are you even telling me that? Like, it gets a bit frustrating sometimes. The younger midwives, I just get on with them better. I don't know, I'm being honest. And I'm sure there are lots of lovely middle-aged or older midwives. I'm saying that, I'm 35 this week, do you know what I mean? But I'm sure there's lots of older midwives who are absolutely lovely and do their job phenomenally. I have no doubt about it. But from my experience in this pregnancy, I've just found the younger ones a little more understanding, if I'm honest. There, so that's looking a little bit more glamorous. That is Burt's Bees on the tops of the cheeks there, because I know some people will be like, oh, what's the highlight? It's just the Burt's Bees All Glow Stick. I've been using it for years. I have spoke about it for years. I love it. So, we're going to bounce. Do you know what? I'm not even going to film going into IKEA, because I'm literally going to see if a cot is in stock, and then I'll go. And then I will go to B&M's and tell you what is in there and what the chat is, because I'm meeting my friend at 3:30 and I was in the hospital there a lot longer than I thought I had to. So because I had to get the echo and stuff, I didn't think it would be that long. So I'm just going to go to B&M's and I'll film some stuff there. I am going to use my phone because I don't like getting this camera out in public. Sometimes it's a little bit odd, so I'll probably use my phone. So if the quality of the video then changes, you know why. Who cares? I'm not a top-notch YouTuber. I've always been honest about that. So let's go and see what B&M have got. I'm really just wanting to go and see if they've got some nice bits and bobs, potentially for baby's room. That's what I'm looking for. Some storage. I kind of think I know what I'm going to do in the nursery, but I'm not the nursery, that's so American. In the baby's room. But I'm not like set on anything yet. I seen a really nice print, I'm going to put it here, from a small business that I bought from last Christmas and spoke about, Paper Cut Designs, and they have a lovely print at the moment that's kind of been my inspiration for the nursery. So I think I'm going to go and have a wee snoop around B&M's and see what they've got, just for a nosy, and then I'm going to go and meet my friend for a coffee. Now this seems like a really good idea, no? To organise your drawers. Again, I really like stuff like this. I'd seen stuff like this in TK Maxx, but obviously a bit more expensive. I really like these kind of baskets. I think they're really nice. I'm not really sure which baskets I want, because I'm not sure about colours or anything yet. These are okay, but I feel like these would be better for storage purposes, but I feel like I don't like the look of them. They're very plastic and I don't know. Now these are really nice. They're like woven baskets with leather handles. How much are these? £7. I feel like the music's just got really loud in here, like there's a party going on or something. I might have to actually do a voiceover. But I really like them. I think they're really nice. Is that stupid for a baby's room? Too white? Possibly. Now I've just seen this. I think this is really cool. It's just like a wee storage box. But, I mean, for possibly toys, throwing stuff in. Do you know what I mean? I know they're a baby and they're not going to worry about that at the moment. But, for future, for flinging stuff in, but it looks nice and tidy. Like a mini toy box. Even if you like wanted to lift that and put it in the living room and then put it back in their room, that would work, right? I also like these. I seen Lauren talk about these when she was getting the nursery ready for her little baby, as a bit of a nappy caddy, so you could again carry it through to the living room if you needed it or what have you. But we don't have up and down stairs, so if we do have one, I think we would just have like one. I wouldn't have one in like the living room and the bedroom or what have you. I would just keep one in the house so it was reachable. But I do quite like them as well. I've also seen people use these, but usually the IKEA one. This is £20 out of here. So if you did want that, is that cheaper than the IKEA one? I don't know, I would have to check. But if you wanted to use that instead, I think that would take too much room up in my tiny back room. And they obviously have millions of rugs in B&M, but I think I want to get one that's a washable rug, because obviously it's going to be a child's room. Oh, that's quite nice. And this is more like a grey than the black in the picture, but that's quite nice. But yeah, I want one that's going to be washable. And I've seen online some nice washable rugs, so I don't think I'm going to get anything like that from here. And here's more kind of neutral ones. Like, again though, am I just being an idiot? Am I buying a white rug for a child's bedroom that's going to end up absolutely mock it? Is that just stupid of me? Potentially, yes. This lampshade is really nice too, but actually we already have a lampshade in the back room that I don't think I'm going to change, but I do really like that. I think it's a lovely colour. There seems to be loads of like bear stuff at the moment as well. This is like a lampshade. I don't think I would get that, but there seems to be loads of kind of woodsy things, which is really nice. Oh, I really like this. These are super cute. I don't know if I would get the coloured or this one. Is this maybe a bit too little girly? I don't know. I do like it though, and I really like this one. This one's lovely. Oh, that's nice too, but I don't know if it's big enough. I think that's too wee. Hi, so I've just got in from being out with a wee coffee with my friend. I don't always like to vlog with friends. It was actually one of the ladies that I met via Instagram, the beauty. I'm going to put the vlog up here because it was a lovely bunch of ladies that I met in Scotland who all done kind of beauty Instagram stuff, and Lauren actually lives really, really close to me, so she had said, did I want to meet up for a coffee? So I went and met her, but I don't like to shove cameras in people's faces if they don't want it. I think when you're all meeting up all beauty type, Instagram-y type people who like doing that, it's fine, but just to meet for a private coffee, I thought that might be a bit strange. Anyway, just to let you know, so I went to B&M's, you've probably seen that. I don't know, I might have had to have done a voiceover or not because it's really noisy in that B&M's. Either for the ding dong, somebody come to the tills please, or really, really loud music. So if you can't hear me, I'll just talk over the top of it. But I wasn't overly inspired by a lot of the stuff that they had. I thought that some of it was quite good, some of it I thought might actually be really useful for the nursery, and some of it would be quite nice aesthetically. But a lot of it, I don't know, maybe it's just me in B&M at the moment. You used to find really good little bargain type things in B&M, and it would be like, okay, you're not going to buy your whole living room set up at B&M. Maybe you would, I don't know, but I think it was nice for accent pieces that, you could be like, well, actually, look, another shop sells the exact same thing for 4 times the price, but B&M's doing it and it's exactly the same for a tenner. They used to find nice little bits and bobs, but I feel like today when I went in, it was all just really plasticky, really, I don't know if it's modern is the right word, but kind of really, these people who, I'm gonna say it, and if you're one of these people, I'm sorry, that might have a live, laugh, love poster or frame or something like that on the wall. And if you do, that's fine, don't worry. But it's all very modern, it's not my taste. So I'm like, oh, it wasn't, none of the stuff that I kept seeing there was some nice kind of woodland stuff, some nice kind of like things that I could put in as like little trinkets around the room, but I'm not going to buy stuff like that yet until I know what the room's going to be like. That would just be crazy, filling up the back room with nonsense. I was more looking for kind of storage stuff. In our back room, I'm sure I'll probably maybe put up a kind of nursery before and after at some point, but in our back room we don't have a lot of room to work with. We want to keep the sofa bed in there, and also we don't have like, or we've got 2 massive wardrobes which we will clear out some space for little one if we need to, but we wanted to buy a nice chest of drawers so we could use it as a changing station, come stuff to put, sorry, just had a cat running in here, changing station, come like where to keep their clothes. And like the only place we've really seen has been IKEA. I would love to get the bigger set. I'm going to put the picture here, the one everybody uses. You've probably seen it a million times. But we won't be able to fit that into our back room. So I think we're going to go with the single set of drawers in the same style, because we already have white wardrobes in there anyway. And then I would like to add in wooden touches and maybe change the handles on some of the stuff so it matches. But I really just wanted to look for storage, because a lot of the things that we do have in there will need to go into boxes and maybe sit on top of the wardrobes or go into another cupboard in the flat. Like, we don't have a lot of room here. We've got loads of storage space, but we've filled it with loads of our shit already, so we're just trying to condense things a little bit. So for that reason, like, see for instance this curtain behind here, if you're new you might not know, but I did put up a little vlog type thing on decorating my flat, etc. Yeah, I think it was on here. I'll put the video here, on decorating my bedroom. And so there we have like a press with shelves in it. It is full of nonsense. So if I can clear some of this stuff out, a lot of it is like beauty things and whatnot, and put them into smaller boxes, or maybe store them under the bed, or move some of the stuff that we've got in our back room to these shelves, then that will give us more room in the back room for things that we might actually need to store, like nappies and things like that, because I haven't even thought about that yet. Anyway, I think that's where I'm going to leave it. When I was out for my coffee I did have a piece of cake. It will be interesting to see what my blood sugars do over the next 2 hours. I know for a fact that even since the tail end of this, midway through the second trimester I would say, to the tail end of it and going into the 3rd trimester, my insulin requirements have not doubled, but they're getting higher and higher. My pump I will upload tonight, and my diabetic nurse usually emails me the next day about it, so I'll maybe speak to her about that tomorrow, and try and tweak things again. They did tweak it on Wednesday when I was there, but I don't think what they've done has been enough. So it's difficult, because as a professional I should probably say to you, listen to your medical staff, listen to your doctor, your consultant. But see, as someone who's lived with diabetes for nearly, well, it'll be 23 years this October, when you've lived with it for so long, it's kind of like you know yourself better than any professional. Well, you just do. And obviously because I am a nurse as well, I'm like, no, I know this needs to be tweaked. And I think as professionals they like to do it quite tentatively and timidly, and I'm like, no, this needs sorted, please. In the morning I just find I'm so high in the morning, and I say so high, I mean like I could go up to like 12 or 13, but I just stay there till like 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It takes forever to come down. So when I went in to meet Lauren for a coffee there, I actually was sitting at 4.8 I think before I had the cake, and now my Libra is telling me high blood glucose, it's too high. So I have no doubt in my mind it needs to be tweaked again, so we will see what it's like over the next couple of hours. But I think that's where I'm going to leave this vlog. I hope you like this style of vlog. I know it's like more like out and about and doing things, but as I said at the start, vlogging is really just video logging, so sitting talking to you like this is exactly the same. But I hope you enjoyed that a wee bit, just out and about. I think, as I say, there will be more like that to come, maybe doing up the nursery, the baby's room, whatever, things like that. But as I said, I'm not going to be super duper mum and baby content. It's really much just because this is my life at the moment, and I have no doubt that that will change. It's funny because I uploaded the first part of the 1st trimester vlogs yesterday, and lots of people had been like, you will lose that part of you. You will lose like being able to do videos, you will lose like being putting a bit of makeup on and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I know that, like, I'm not under any illusion that this person is gonna take up all of my time now. I'm not under any illusion about that. I don't think I'm gonna sit here and kid on that I know how it's gonna be, because anybody that you speak to or watch on YouTube, whatever it is you do to get your kind of info about becoming a mum, will tell you, kind of like I did, like, you will never be ready for it until you're doing it. It's one of those things, it's like practice makes perfect, and until you're actually practicing it, there's not much you can do. So like with pregnancy, until you're in it, you can't really kid on like you think you know how it's gonna go. I had all these great intentions of keeping really active while being pregnant, and still going to the gym a couple of times a week, even if it was just a walk. I've absolutely not done that. So I know things are going to change, but I still kind of want to keep this little space here to be for my stuff and my content. And if it means I'm only putting up one video a month, so be it. But it's just going to be my little bit of escapism still. And of course, that might mean me giving you an update on something happening with the wee one, or it might mean me giving you an update on something that's working really well for them, maybe something new we've got them and it makes them sleep better, I don't know, something like that. I might still throw in those things, but I'm not going to be like 24/7, here's what we're doing today with the kids, or kid, I should say, we're only having one, but yeah, that's not going to change. But I think I'm going to leave it here just now, and the next time I will see you will be third trimester, because unless anything drastically changes with my diabetic nurse tomorrow, which I don't think it will, my next appointment is on the 2nd of February, where I will have another scan, and I will be 29 weeks at that point. So I think that's where I will check in with you again. And that's where we're going to leave this one. And I will see you all again in the next update. Bye.